what's up, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Welcome, this is Sean. I do sneakers, I do travel, and everything in between. There's a few things I love in this world, and two of those things are number one, LeBron James, and number two, New Balance. Too bad they're not together. LeBron James and New Balance don't work together. They're never going to be together because LeBron has a lifetime deal with Nike. But who says I can't have both? We're reviewing the Nike Lebron 17 and the New Balance Omn1s basketball sneakers. This is a head-to-head LeBron versus Kawhi. Let's do it. Okay, first things first, if you don't know it already, I have my individual performance reviews for these sneakers. I have an episode for the Lebron 17 and another episode for the New Balance Omn1s, alright? Watch the performance reviews. I also have the unboxing videos for these sneakers, so check those out for you to get a just so you have the context, just so you have a better orientation for when you do decide to continue watching this video. All right, it's a head-to-head, and we're gonna do it the way I usually do it when we do performance reviews. We're gonna cover the categories that matter to me, at least. We're gonna do containment, traction, and impact protection. And because this is a head-to-head, we're comparing two pairs of sneakers. We're gonna add in two more categories. Let's go with look, right? Look, overall impact, I guess we can call it that, and materials and execution, right? So there's traction, impact protection, containment, overall look, and materials. Okay, let's begin. We're starting with containment. One thing that I absolutely love about both sneakers is that I don't need to double up on socks when I play in them. They're both size 10 and they both fit me like a glove, I would say. Some sneakers I do double up on socks. Sometimes it's just force of habit. Sometimes there's just too much toe box height or toe space that I need to fill those gaps by wearing another layer of socks. But with these sneakers, with both sneakers, I don't need to do that. And just for your information, I typically, almost always use Stance socks. I also have the Nike Elite socks, but these are my go-to socks for playing, all right? So this pair, I got a bunch of these, by the way. This pair is perfect for both sets of sneakers, okay? But let's talk about the differences because we have a clear winner here, and I'll explain that to you, okay? Let's go with the Lebron 17s first. The upper is made of mostly knit posit, so that's a heat-treated yarn. It's heat-treated yarn. It's basically battle knit, which is the Lebron signature. It's not a signature, but it's a fly knit technology with heat-treated yarn. Hence, it's called knit posit, right? So it's knit posit. It's battle knit on the uppers, flexible and breathable. They're nice, right? Let's go with the New Balance Omn1s. This is called Fit Weave. The upper is called Fit Weave. They're tougher and sturdier, right? A little too. They're harder than the Lebron 17s, but they get the job done. All right. The hardness, the toughness of the upper is that does not take away from the containment and the comfort of the Omn1s, all right? Don't get me wrong there. I have a problem with the Lebron 17s though. The left sneaker, or was it the right sneaker? Just watch my performance review. I have an issue with the medial part of the collar, where the tongue meets the collar. There is a pinch point. Now I know it's an isolated case. I'm sure most of you don't have it. Maybe some of you do get it, but there is a pinch point. And when it comes to containment, when it comes to sneakers, especially when it comes to a $200 sneaker, I don't want any pinch points anywhere. My expectation is perfect or close to perfect. And because this has a pinch point at the tongue, where the tongue meets the collar, containment goes to the New Balance Omn1s. Take away that pinch point, I would say they both get the point. But there is a pinch point. I can't have pinch points, so containment goes to the New Balance. And let's not forget the lacing system. For a second there, I was going to wrap up the containment category, but let's do a quick comparison of the lacing systems of each sneaker. With New Balance, you have your traditional lacing system, but take a look at these eye stays over here. That's individual eye stays, which make for individual eyelets. They're like claws because Kawhi's nickname is the Claw, so you gotta have some kind of claw in the sneaker. So the laces are kind of suspended, right? And as you get to the top, you have your ankle band with 2 eyelets over here. Simple lacing system, and you have this lockdown mechanism, which really doesn't do anything if you ask me. It's a flimsy garter that's supposed to aid in containment, but it doesn't do much, but hey, it's there, all right? With the Lebron 17s, you have your simple lacing system as well, external lacing system. It's above the tongue. Flat laces, yeah, crisscross, simple lacing system. The tongue is where I have an issue though, because it is hard. It's a reflective tongue, but it's tough, and that caused the pinch point somewhere in my ankle. All right, second category is traction. Let's look at the traction patterns on these sneakers. Let's start with the Lebron 17. You have this looks like a helix / basketball net pattern. It's not your usual traction pattern, but you got the grooves in there, right? This is solid white rubber. You have this foam component right here with LeBron's signature. These are the zoom pods. There's 2 zoom pods here, and these aren't zoom pods, but they're pods just the same. And you have that same traction pattern that goes around here. Right, there you have it. It does the job. They bite the floor. When you want to get explosive, it happens. When I want to stop, it happens. They're effective. All right, let's look at the Omn1s traction pattern. What's not to love about a simple multi-directional herringbone pattern? Again, this is the LA Clippers red and blue colorway. Solid white rubber, multi-directional herringbone pattern. If it ain't broken, why fix it? Herringbone is one of the best traction patterns. It just bites the floor. All right, you have your NB logo right here, and if you see, there's grooves on the NB logo, so it does have it's still functional even on the logo part, right? They both do the job, but traction to me goes to the Omn1s because they have, look at that. It's almost like a cup sole. This is almost like a cup sole. You have your herringbone here on the forefoot, and it extends here up to the midsole. So when you move laterally, you get the full benefit of the herringbone pattern. I'm a guard, so I do a lot of lateral movements. I move left to right, and I'm required to be explosive, and I speak like I'm such an explosive, awesome player. All right. Anyway. It has this, right? Let's go back to the 17s. It's a great traction pattern here, and although it has the out trigger mechanism, the out trigger shape right here, I hope you're getting that, which aids in stability so you don't roll your ankles. While this is good, the Omn1s kind of has that also. This is a fuel cell midsole, and there's an anti-roll component to it as well because this is kind of extended, see? But this is the part that I like, and this is what makes the Omn1s win over the Lebron in the traction category. Let's go to our next category, impact protection. I'm gonna hold both sneakers up. This is the Lebron 17, this is the New Balance Omn1s. All right. The Omn1s has fuel cell, and that's New Balance's proprietary foam technology, fuel cell, and that's just about it for this sneaker. You know, one kind of foam. There's a torsion system inside, but fuel cell, that's about it. It's a nice kind of foam. It does the job, don't get me wrong, but this is just packed with technology. Nike Air 270s. That's an Air Max 270 air bubble. 25 psi, pounds per square inch. That's a tough bubble, and this isn't like the air bubbles you see on the Air Max 270s or the 720s, where they're kind of squishy. But this is tough. It's made for a 280-pound basketball player, right? And on the forefoot, you have zoom. You have a zoom pod here. You see that zoom window over there, and a zoom pod here, which also has a zoom window. It does the job, and it does the job a little better than the Omn1s. So impact protection will have to go to the Lebron 17s. Our next category is materials / makeup. We're gonna do the Lebron 17s first. Look at that. The Lebron line is known for introducing new technology. When Nike wants to introduce new technology, whether it be an upper technology or a cushioning technology or a certain system, the Lebrons are usually the sneaker that debut those technologies. And as I mentioned, this is knit posit. No other sneaker has knit posit, right? This is 270. The cushioning system is 270. No other basketball sneaker carries the 270 cushioning technology. And you got two zoom pods here, and the LeBron's been using zoom pods for years now. It started, if I'm not mistaken, with did it start with the 12s? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe they started with the 12s, and they use it with the 13s and 14s and 15s. Who cares, right? This is the 17. You have the zoom pods here. You have the 270s here. You have the knit posit here. Reflective material. Helix traction pattern. It's innovative. It's packed with technology. I've used that term for the second time in this video. Our New Balance Om1s, on the other hand, is a simple sneaker. It's a simple sneaker through and through. It's $140, and with that price point, you wouldn't really expect new technologies to be introduced, right? So yeah, the upper is fit weave, and there's nothing really special about the upper, but make no mistake, they're effective, and I love it, right? The midsole, the cushioning technology, that's fuel cell. It's foam. No zoom pods here. No max bubbles and no boost pellets. It's fuel cell. It's a foam that they've used for their runners, for New Balance runners, and they're obviously using it on the Omn1s, and it does the job. But materials wise, right? How will this compare to this? I'm just being factual here, right? So, yep, materials and makeup, it has to go to the Lebron 17. And we are down to our final category, which is look, overall look, whatever you want to call it, aesthetics. All right, let's do a recap first of the score so far. Containment, I did give containment to the Omn1s. Traction, I gave it to the Omn1s. Impact protection, it went to the Lebron 17s. Materials, makeup, went to the Lebron 17s. So this is do or die. The looks category is, this will determine our winner for this head-to-head. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do it. Lebron 17. You're familiar with the Lebron watch series that he does every year. He started that with the Lebron 15s, where he has different iterations of the 15. He did that with the 16s, and with the 17s, although he hasn't done it yet, or has he already? Don't think he's done it yet for the 17s, but watch out for that. Let's see how the 17s transform for when he does the Lebron watch. But we've seen so many colorways, so many PEs of the 17. Just follow him on Instagram, follow the sneaker pages on Instagram. You'll see many different versions of the 17, right? But I'll tell you what, although many colorways, a lot of PEs of the 17s have come out, they still look like the same sneaker to me. Maybe it's just me, let me know what you think. But it's still the same design language, I guess, right? The only thing that happens is that they change up the colors of the knit posit components here. The colored parts are the knit posit components, right? They just change up the color. They just change the color of the bubble. And at the end of the day, they still look like the LeBron 17s to me. Not that it's a bad thing, but stay with me. I'm onto something here. This is the Clippers colorway, the LA Clippers colorway, right? Red and blue. You must have seen the other colorways of the Omn1s. And to me, the other colorways, sometimes they look like a totally different sneaker. And that to me is the reason why I'm giving the look to New Balance. New Balance gets the point because, hold on, let me get the other sneakers. Okay, here's what I mean. You have this. Take a look at this. Right? And take a look at this. Now I showed you the same sneaker, but they're just different colorways, and to me, at least to me, let me know if you think otherwise, they look like three different sneakers. Let me try to hold the three pairs up to you all at once. Look at that, right? And to me, they're just better looking. You know, I don't normally rock basketball sneakers casually, but these ones, man, although I haven't done it, I'm down for it. I might rock these casually one day, especially this pair, right? I did say in my my unboxing video for the City of Angels colorway, I imagine myself wearing a pair of black sweatpants and a red t-shirt and probably a black hat. Man, these would look awesome, right? So I hope you're getting my point when I say these look different. These just, from colorway to colorway, they look like a different sneaker. And for that reason, aside from carrying that sleek, sexy look, right? For that reason, the looks category goes to the New Balance Omn1s. That's it for the head-to-head, guys. The New Balance Omn1s versus the Nike Lebron 17. Our winner is the New Balance Omn1s. Applause, applause. Not that the Lebron 17 is no good. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great sneaker. But this is a battle, and a winner has to be declared, okay? The video may have run longer than intended, so thanks for hanging around. Before we go, we have a giveaway. Don't forget that. I'm giving away a brand new New Balance 574 in your size. The mechanics are at the description. Good luck. And before we really go, I'd like to remind you that your value as a person is not measured by what's on your feet. Be kind. That's more important than sneakers. I'll see you next time.